Style Tai Chi incorporates a movement component called the bend and tuck. And it's, in my experience, it's not in other styles of Tai Chi. And it is a source of how Wu Style Tai Chi can be immensely beneficial for the lower back. In the first 8 moves of the short form, there's one bend and tuck. By the end, we have opportunities to do 11 in the 27 moves. So it comes up again and again. The bend of a bend and tuck is pretty straightforward. The tuck, for most people, they haven't quite moved this way before. So if it feels new, that's okay. You'll get a lot of practice. When you think about it, once you do the whole form, you'll do 11 bends and tucks. And each tuck is an opportunity to release the lower back. And just imagine if you released your lower back 12,000 times a year. It'd be less tight, right? And that tightness in many can become pathological. It's the number one reason people go to the doctor, back pain. So anyway, this can help. Let's start with the bend. So put a foot forward. And let's switch our feet for this. And put your weight on your front leg. And you can put your hands on your belly. And the bend is pretty straightforward. Hinging at the 𝗃, you want to incline your torso, neck, and head as a unit, and not too much, at 5 degrees. There's a bend. And you want to feel it come from here. And then reset, come back to the vertical. Bend. Reset. Bend. Reset. Now feel your head. It's more or less over your pelvis here. Bend. Feel your head. Now it's not over your pelvis. It's in front. Reset. And that's an element of your proprioception that's going to be helpful here. Feeling your head. It's over your pelvis. As you bend, now it's in front. All right. Couple more. Bend. Reset. Bend. Okay. So now the tuck. I'm going to show you one, or I'll show you a couple. And I'm going to describe what I'm doing in my body to do this. So here's a bend, and now I'm getting my mind in my lower back and behind my pelvis. And what I'm doing back there is releasing it so I can bring my pelvis back under my head without tension. And when I do that, I get a little lengthening in the lower back. So let me show you that again. Here's the bend. Here's the tuck. And now you can use the scroll, and you can fix the position of my head after the bend. And then the ideal is it stays pretty stable, and I'm bringing the pelvis under. So watch that. There's the bend. Head has come forward, and now could you see the pelvis come under the head? Was that apparent? Yeah. Here's what I'm not doing. Here's a bend, and here's a move your head back. So get back to the vertical, but it's not a tuck. It's a bend and move your head back. And the body moves that way, okay, but it's not a bend and tuck. And here's what I'm not doing. A bend and thrust. Squeezing to get my pelvis back under the head. And again, the body does that, but it's not releasing the lower spine. And that's what we're going for here. And my experiences, both as a practitioner and as a teacher, it takes people a while to get this, and that's okay. You got to start somewhere. And so, one thing that can help is to keep the bend small. So here we go. Bend, and now feel. Hey, my head's in front of my pelvis. Now get your mind in your lower back. Release, release, release. Bring the pelvis under the head. Reset. Bend. Feel your lower back. Release, release, release. Bring the pelvis under the head. Reset. Bend. Tuck. So let's try a few more. Bend. Tuck. Ah. Reset. Bend. Tuck. Reset. Bend. Tuck. All right, change your legs. Face you now. Bend. Tuck. All right. Reset. Bend. Release the lower back. Bring the pelvis under the head. There you go. And the weight stays forward. Bend. Tuck. Nice. Reset. Bend. Tuck. All right. So to put that into move 6, we're going to add the hands. And we'll break it down. I'll talk you through it. So let's face each other at the end of move 4. So you take a step with your right, taking your right pulse. Rotate out. Rotate in. So move 5, we've done that. Now, move 6. Turn your hips straight ahead. Shift weight, little bend. Bottom palm turns over. So now you're taking your right pulse. Now release your lower back, tuck, and have that lift your hands up to here. You're still taking your pulse. Yeah. And feel that lean forward and come back to the vertical. Okay. Shift weight back, reset, and then move 4. Rotate out. Rotate in. Turn your hips straight ahead. Shift weight, little bend. Bottom palm turns over. Release the lower back, bring the pelvis under the head, have that lift the hands to here. Weights forward. All right, reset. 1, 2. Turn your hips straight ahead. Shift weight, little bend. Bottom palm turns over. Release the lower back, bring the pelvis under the head. There you go. Nice. And have that elevate the hands. Yeah. Reset. 1, 2. Turn your hips straight ahead. Shift weight, bend. Bottom palm turns over. Tuck, unfold the hands. So let me show you the profile view of that and look for the relationship between the tuck and that movement of the arms and hands, with the ideal being the tuck is what powers and controls the movement of the hands. Let me show you that from this perspective. Okay, so can you see the connection between the tuck and that arm and hand movement? It's this movement of the pelvis under the head that brings the arms to here. Okay, let's try that a few more times. Rotate out. Rotate in. Turn your hips straight ahead, shift weight, bend. Bottom palm turns over. Release lower back, tuck, and position the hands. Yeah, nice. That's it, yeah. Reset. Rotate out. Rotate in. Turn hips straight ahead, shift weight, bend. Bottom palm turns over, release the lower back, tuck, unfold the hands. Yeah. And just soften your shoulders. Let your elbows drop down a little. Now, there you go. All right. One more time. Rotate out. Rotate in. Turn hips straight ahead, shift weight, bend. Bottom palm turns over. Tuck, unfold the hands. Nice. And hold that. Feel your front knee. If it feels like you're driving it forward, you can just back off a little bit. Nice. Smooth it back to neutral. Enjoy your practice. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.